There's so many things we are passing through today in our life, in our family, is because there was no blessing. There is no. That's why when you plan, you fail. When you have your test, imagine a young lady when you are growing up, there's a kind of man you want. And then they were coming. And you are not ready then for marriage. Now, when you are ready for marriage, they were not coming again. At a point when you look at yourself, you say, what is going on? Can I continue living like this? Then you make another decision to live with somebody that is not your vision. What is wrong? What is going? Something is wrong somewhere. From family, from lineage, from blood. Because when you were not in need of them, they were coming. Now you're in need of them. The people you are seeing around happen to be the people you don't like. But pressure of people, your family, friends, the pressure is much on you. You decided to make a decision that is not the original decision. I call it management. Some of you that study business administration, then you have no option to manage. But sometimes you draw closer to him while he is sleeping. So what can I do? And sometimes you draw closer to her as a man. So what can I do? This is not my original plan. But because I'm seeing things is getting out of hand, that's why I said, if wars come to us, but in you, you are burning. You are burning. Imagine you want to buy this clothes, this type of clothes, and you go to market. This is what you need. While you were preparing and saving, he said, I'm going to go to market, I'll get this type of clothes, and this type of dress is what I want, and this is how I want it. And when you go to market, and you find out that it's too costly than your money. But you are in need of clothes. You pleaded and walk around the market. People can enter market in the morning and come back in the evening just to buy one item. Not the item was not there, or is not there, but the money speaks. You walk from here to here, from this shop to the other shop. At the end of it, you're feeling hungry, but you are desperate of getting that particular clothes you want. And you say within yourself, what am I going to do? Since I cannot buy the first grade, I don't have money for second grade, but I need the clothes. I don't have money for third grade. Let me go and buy the cheapest one in order to wear clothes. Condition is frustrating somebody. The blessings of God is a little bit far. The foundation is rising against you, intimidating your joy. The foundation, blood foundation, is intimidating your joy. And what are you going to do? That is why we come in the house, listen the gospel, knowing the things that we're supposed to do and the things we're not supposed to do. And you say to yourself, I must marry. If worse come to worse, I can marry a blind person. I can marry a cripple. I can marry a deaf and dumb. I can marry a pauper. I can marry anyhow. Because the road to the blessings. In the Holy Book, King David said, He's sharing in the Holy Book since I was born. And now I'm getting old. I've never seen godly. He said, godly, abandoned by God. Now his children begging. Because the blessings is there. So, we need to deal with the foundation and become godly. If we are godly, when we propose, it's going to be given to us. When we predict it, it's going to happen to us. Because you are godly. You know, King David happened to be a minister of God. He miracle. Since I was born, I've never seen godly begging. Because the blessing is there. I have never seen godly that whatever you ask, Jesus Christ said, whatever you ask, because you are godly, whatever you seek, thou shalt find it, because you are godly. Then I want to talk about godly, being godly. As I told you on the first service, that being godly is a risky journey. If you made up your mind to take the risk as a godly person, then whatever you ask, you have it. Today in this time, because of the situation I had passed through, many young men of God and old men of God, they were looking at me as something else without knowing who I am. Nobody ever seen my suffering, the risk. In the process of humiliation, I was there with God. The little I have, I put for God. My sweat, my tears, the sacrifices, the life of my mother, I couldn't change my fate. I was there for God. Being godly, you have to take risk of war, facing temptations that comes around you, and still hold your faith. You can never be abandoned by God. 2, people will push you because you want to be godly. They will mock you. They will challenge your faith. They will put you in a confusion that you will stand back and not to give to God, not to serve God. They will ask you so many questions. Every Saturday you are going to church to clean. Are you the only girl there? Are you the only young man there? And as a young man, your conscience will ask you a question. Coming on Saturday to clean the church of God is not the work of a man. The work of a man for God to bless a man, and a man will enjoy the blessings of God in hotel rooms. You know, your conscience will charge you. You see that to be godly is a risk way or journey to make. When anybody, your family member dies, mother, father, you drop your faith for a moment. No more going to church because you just lost your mom. You just lost your father. Then church has to keep pending. You are expecting church people to come to you, not in the other way around, because you're not godly. Without minding the next that will happen after that accident, that next thing can happen again. Am I telling somebody here? Hello? Now. Listen, people. Being godly is a risk journey. Too risky. You wake in the morning. Your conscience will tell you, this project, I have sold. Sow again. And another conscience, another spirit will challenge you. Don't sow again. Leave others to do it. Without knowing that many are called, but few has been ministered to give. And many are not ministered to give. And now your spirit, your mind will tell you, don't give. Because you are not godly. So, to obtain the blessings of God, that whenever you ask, it shall be given unto you. When you knock, that the door will open unto you, meaning you must be godly. Being godly is not the type of makeup and the type of clothes you wear. The prayer teams, fine. Let the man of God notice my contribution in the church. That does not give you the qualification of being godly. Being transparent is a word that has a lot of meaning, but it's a decision that I want to be transparent to God. You are driving, you're on the way, and a beggar was knocking at the windscreen or the glasses at the door. Help, help. You dip your hand to bring out some little currency. What you see here is $100, $50. Keep it. You live for look one. The first one you saw happened to be the one you can give. Because he is or she is a beggar. He never deserves something that is big. But a boyfriend may request, a girlfriend may request, you give much. Can't you see you are not godly? You want to give out your clothes, just like me. You can't look for sharp clothes to give people. You just go to wardrobe. This one is too. You look for the ones that tear. You want to give shoes. You don't look for the normal shoe to give. You give the one that is worn out. But something that related to that, maybe a boyfriend or girlfriend, asks, you give. Giving somebody that you are higher than, you are giving to God. Hello? Anything you are giving out, somebody that you are bigger than, you are giving that to God as a sacrifice. So when you are giving a dirty thing, you are not godly. You are giving something that is worn out, you are not godly. You must have the heart to give and leave it. Many can give, their mind is still there. Can't you see you are not godly? So, when you want to talk about the blessings of God, bear it in mind you live a life of luck. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. But there is a position you will find thyself. There's no way you will go back. Prophet Moses said he will make a way where there is no way. Because you are godly. If you are my followers on net, if you are my followers in this town, you understand that whatever I want to do, I'm doing it. Something that can distract me may come. Because I'm godly, I am bigger than my problem. Because I have built up myself. I have passed that road of risk in the things of God. I take you to Holy Book. In the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 7 from verse 14 to 16. Somebody say something. I'm not hearing you. I love Jesus. Somebody say, I love Jesus. 2 Chronicles chapter 7 from verse 14 to 16, I read. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. Verse 15, now my eyes shall be open and my ear attend unto their prayers, the prayers that is made in this place. For now have I chosen and sanctified this house, that my name may be dear forever, my eyes and my heart shall be dear prosperity. Now, verse 15 of the same chapter, he said, now my eyes shall be open. If you want to obtain the blessings, he said, you must get out from your old life. That your old habit of life, you must take it away. Surrender it. Stop saying who I am. Do you know who I am? You're nobody. Humbleness, as I taught you in the first service, humbleness break all yokes. As long as the things of God is concerned, humbleness breaks all yokes of the family. I am always telling you about familiar spirits. If you cannot conquer familiar spirits, you will always roaming around. Many people, they have made money, but they are not enjoying it. Many, they have gotten married, but they are not settled with their marriage. Many have children, but they are fighting with their children. Many of them have beloved ones. Their beloved ones turn and become your enemies. Because that spirit of blessings is not here. And I told you that opposite of blessings is curse. Listen, when you want to live the life of humble, people will push you here and there. But as they are pushing you, they will push you to a better life if you believe God. Am I talking to somebody here? If you believe God, they will push you. They will insult you. As long as you have made that personal decision, no matter what is happening, I'm going to serve God. Do the right thing at the right time. You know the right thing to do, because God always visits each and every one of you. Go and do this. Can't you support? See that your brother help. Even though that your sister has hurt you the other time, and you have in mind the Spirit of the Lord minister to say, render help. Render. You are not doing it for her, you are doing it for God. Because you want to obtain more blessings in your life. Future. Somebody say future. Don't somebody say beloved. Secure your future with the word of God. Celebrate Jesus, people. Thank you. Now, future. Secure your future. If we humble, then your prayers. You know, many people pray fast. You spend night. You have visited men of God. All kinds of programs. You have gone far and near for blessings. But the blessings is not there. You have spent money for blessings. But it's not working. Can't you come down and judge yourself? A young lady is entering into a relationship not for the sake of love, for the sake of money. What does that mean? You are a thief. You are a curse. A young lady is getting married to a man not for the sake of love, but for the sake of money. When money is not there, respect is not there. But when money is there, petting name is there. But when there is no money, she or he will call you by your name. That means that person is cursed. Because the story of Abraham and Sarah, when you look at that story, is about life and death. Yet God shall be my God. Wherever you go is where I will lodge. You see? I mean, looking at them, they have cordia because they are godly. And some people got married because they want to live with a man. They succeeded of getting married. They don't know their work again as a woman. A woman don't know her work. A man don't know his work. Because you're not godly. People carry holy book as Bible in their hands. That does not mean you are a child of God. The way you dress does not give you the qualification as a child of God. The Holy Bible say, King David pray prayer, say, God, search my heart and find out if there is any evil in me. Then how can you know the things about you? And sometimes if you are godly, so many things your heart will desire. I want this. But God knows that what you want will destroy you in future. He will put a stop. Something that will make you not to continue with that. God must surely stop it. Hallelujah. So what am I saying? He is godly, obtains blessings. But if you're not godly, your life is just like that. Because you're not godly. Your life is just like that. You don't crack brain to God. Several times I used to travel those days. I used to see accidents all over. Why? Somebody, you are a driver. Before you climb up to the steering, you are drunk. And so many drivers, in the night, you know, you will travel in the morning, you are somewhere enjoying life, and in the morning, you climb up to carry the siren. You are not controlled by the Spirit of God, you are controlled by the spirit of course. It's a risk. You want to convey people lives. In the night you awake, either to make it up with somebody. In the morning you are feeling dizzy on the steering, and you think that God will protect you. Listen, God whom we serve is a jealous God. And if you are foolish, God will treat you as a foolish person. King David said, it's only a fool that says there's nothing like God. So if you are foolish, he will treat you as a foolish person. Then if you are godly, mistakenly you are in that vehicle, because of you, God will spare that vehicle. He will save that vehicle. Are you hearing me? Because God never allowed godly to be destroyed. He will give you signs. Either as you want to enter that vehicle, God will use a person and make trouble with you. Out of anger, you will not enter that vehicle and you relocate to another one, not knowing that God is doing his own work. Hello? God can use your wife or your husband as you are preparing to travel, and wife will come from nowhere. You are not going anywhere. You say, how? I've told you I'm traveling. No, there's no food in this house. But you know I'm going for business trip, not knowing that God is doing those things in order to prevent you as a godly that you will not die in violence. You say, this woman, I hate you. This woman, I hate you. This is how you embarrass me every time. God is using her to embarrass you, to withhold you. In the evening, she will come to you and say, honey, I'm sorry, I don't know what came over me. The Spirit of God came over you. And when she apologized, you accept it immediately. You say, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And the love will increase. He said, I don't know what came over me. The Spirit of God came over you to hold your husband not to travel, to hold your wife not to travel, to prevent you to that danger ahead, because you are godly. Whosoever that is godly is useful. Give it to Jesus, people. Do you think I'm talking to you, people of God? Hallelujah. So if you are godly, you are useful. Seed of womb does not make you not being godly. You can be godly and God will seize your womb for a moment. You can be godly and you are poor but you are an instrument, a divine one. You can be godly without being rich, but you are an instrument of God. God needs you to transform you, to change you, for you to be a blessing to people. And the Holy Spirit will say, because my blessings is upon you, you can lay hand to the sick. He was not talking to only ministers. Jesus was talking to everybody. He said, when you lay hand with my name to a sick person, that person will be healed. Because the Spirit of Jesus is on you. Everybody can lay hand on a sick one, and that person will receive healing because you are godly. Are you hearing me? I said, when you ask, it shall be given unto you. When you knock, the door shall open unto you. A few weeks ago, when we want to join these two churches together, it was a kind of, what are we going to do? I called the engineer. I slept over it. God, tell us what to do. This is two-story building, so that we will not push this one down or push this one down. God minister when there is no hope. He speaks. So if you're godly, the ideas will come in due time. The time needed, ideas comes. But if you're not godly, confusions. Confusions. So where I read said, if you will humble, take that pride out. Take it out. Tell yourself the truth. You see, when you pray, I will hear you. That's verse 5. Verse 15, pardon. He said, when you pray, I will hear you. He said, even your household, your house shall be mine. It shall be mine. King David said, God provide. That's Psalm 127. God provide for the people he loves while they are asleep. He provide for them. Because they are attached with God. So the love of God is on them. I know somebody is blessed now. The love of God is on them. So when you cry, he listens to you. That is why Hannah made up her mind. She cried. And God listened. Something began to happen. So, if you are poor, here, you want to be poor. But if you decided that you're not going to be poor again, what? Then God will use you as a testimony. You must have change. You know, God always gives us space to come close to him. He always doing that because of his love. May you rise.